Week 1 is officially in the books. Guys, welcome back to Hunt's Hot Takes. Another week. And today we are going to preview Week 2 and also kind of recap a couple Week 1 games. As always, I'm joined by Mark Milam. Mark, what did you think about Week 1 this season? What surprised you? What excited you? Let us know about it.
It was very interesting. I think a lot of teams showed how rusty they were. I think that's pretty evident by just the number of upsets we saw. But it seemed like the top tier teams that we had from last year are still those top tier teams so far.
Right. They did what they're supposed to do against bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So let's jump to a couple of games. First one here on the list is your Seahawks-Falcons. Seahawks win 38-25. That's one of the games we split on. Didn't think Atlanta's defense would be so porous, but Matt Ryan kind of did what I thought Matt Ryan could do. Mark, take a minute and let us know how your Seahawks did so well.
Yeah, we just really took advantage of that Atlanta secondary. Russ Wilson was just picking them apart. A lot of them were short passes. He did have a couple deep balls in there that led to touchdowns, and one was DK Metcalf, beautiful deep throw for a touchdown. But a lot of it was just picking it apart. Short throws. Our running game does not look good right now. I'm hoping that's just because a little rusty. Carlos Hyde's not used to the offense. I'm hoping that's it, but our defense is looking not so great either. We allowed 450 yards passing, which is never good. So I'm just hoping Atlanta's offense is just that good. But we looked all right.
Yeah, that's one of the weaknesses I actually touched on a couple episodes ago about the Seahawks. Is I felt like you guys had some question marks on the running game.
Yep.
But like you predicted, Russell Wilson, MVP candidate, he really showed that 30-something for 30, 300, high 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, the dude was incredible.
Yep.
In my opinion, the best quarterback of Week 1, easily. Moving on, Bills win 27-17 over the Jets. Josh Allen shows breakout promise like we already knew that. And Bears-Lions, let's touch on that real quick. That was one we split on. And I'm pretty sure almost all the ones we split on were decided by 7 or less, so I'm not that crazy. Again, I just wanted to shake it up. But the Lions were up 20-6 the entire game. And then in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden the Bears come back. And I'm not sure if you caught it, but the last play, Matthew Stafford throws a game-winning touchdown to DeAndre Swift, rookie running back in the end zone, drops it, Bears win the game. There goes my record. I mean,
yep, yeah, that was a tough one, man.
Goodness gracious. Packers win 43-34 of the Vikings. That's obvious. And you and I both said for the people randomly hating on Aaron Rodgers, they need drug tested because he clearly showed Week 1 he's still Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
still great, still Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Patriots-Dolphins. Patriots win 21-11. Mark's upset of the week. Didn't quite go as planned. Shay's Shoo-In, though, he got that one right. Cam Newton didn't surprise me on the ground. We always knew he could do that running the ball. Mm-hmm. He was efficient passing, though, and I think that's what he needs to do to really get back to where he is and take a next step because Cam's never been that efficient type passer. What did you see out of Cam Newton, Mark?
Yeah, he looked really good running the ball. He looked healthy. It's obvious that they've kind of dumbed down the offense for him just because, they're running just a lot of simple read options for him, which are not that simple. But to him, that's his bread and butter, read option. But you could just tell that the offense just isn't there for him, and they're really just probably banking on the defense, which I kind of underestimated as far as the season goes on.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on New England this year. Crazy upset was Philly lost to the Washington football team, 27-17. Eagles were up 17-0. And the football team, 27-0 run. Mark, are you concerned for Philly, or is it just Week 1 being Week 1 type thing?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. I really thought they should have blown him out of the water. Apparently, Ron Rivera was feeling pretty ill at halftime and had to get some IV, and Dwayne Haskins took it upon himself to really hype up that locker room, and whatever he said must have lit a fire under him, and just because they came out swinging in the second half. So maybe it was just one of those miraculous type things, but it is concerning to the Eagles just because they really should have won this game.
Easily. And I think the problem was the lack of running game. I mean, Miles Sanders was hurt. His backup, Boston Scott, got hurt, and so they was on their third-string running back. They turned into a one-dimensional team. And, hey, props to Washington, man. Yep. They are first place in the NFC.
Yep, who would have thought?
Real quick, another one we split on was Raiders-Panthers. Raiders win by 4, 34-30. Josh Jacobs had 3 touchdowns. I do like Teddy Bridgewater in Carolina. And let me just real quick get this out of my system. Colts, 20. Jacksonville, 27. That's aggravating. But I did say last week, Colts haven't won a season over since 2013. So I'm not even surprised. But like I asked you with Philly, are you concerned or is it just the Week 1 blues? For me, this is just the Week 1 blues. If you actually watched the game and didn't just see on your phone that we lost by 7, Phillip Rivers was 79% passing. 36 of 46 or 39 of 49. He has the 3rd highest passing yards in the league right now. 1 touchdown. The 2 interceptions were pretty Phillip Rivers-esque. I mean, he felt the pressure. He kind of threw it, but that's what you get with Phillip. I mean, you're going to get high completions, a lot of yards. If he can fix the turnovers, we easily win the game. But Marlon Mack, tore his Achilles, man. He's out for the season. Thank the Lord. We drafted Jonathan Taylor. We got Naheem Hines out the backfield. The biggest thing for me is our offense I'm not even concerned with. I mean, we had more than 200 yards more than Jacksonville's offense. Like, we moved the ball. We just turned it over. It's our defense, our pass defense. Gardner Minshew was 19 to 20. I mean, what the heck? He had 1 incompletion. That's 95%.
That's crazy.
We got to tighten up the pass defense. Again, I'm under the thing. I'm just thinking it's Week 1 blues. I think we'll fix the defensive end of the ball. Ravens beat the Browns 38-6. No comments here. We both picked the Ravens. Chargers won 16-13 over the Bengals. We did split. Again, another close game. I feel so bad for Joe Burrow. Did you see the end of that game?
Was it he drove down? They missed the field goal, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's right. He had basically a game-winning drive, first career start, and then they blew it.
And he was like bang, bang. Last drive, he was just looking in tight windows. He actually threw the touchdown to A.J. Green, but they called offensive pass interference on A.J. Green. Then they had to kick it, and old dude pulls a hammy on the game-winning kick.
It was a bad week for kicks, man.
And again, I'm over here going, come on, man. That's a win that I could have had on our scoreboard.
Yep.
So that's 2 games that were last plays, Lions and Bengals, that made me lose. Bucks at Saints. Both of us picked the Saints. Saints won 34-23. Brady looks a little rough in the home opener. I'm not going to fully give you your crazy prediction at the end of last episode, but it was semi-right. He wasn't as bad as you thought, but it's the same storyline. Brady doesn't play well. They kind of write him off. And then now let's see if they go on that crazy streak like you said. Mark, are you still a believer in the Bucks winning the division after seeing the game?
Yeah. That team is too good. I mean, I just think an offseason really helps Brady. He's getting old. I mean, just even those preseason games, he might not even play, but just the practices and everything else. I mean, that might have just been more beneficial to have more time with that offense. So I think with more time with this offense, and at least one of the receptions wasn't his fault. He threw it to where he thought the receiver was going to go. I think it was Mike Evans got confused.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so, I mean, it's just a matter of time. I mean, they just got to play together longer. So I'm still on the hype train.
Okay, Michael Thomas could be out for a while. Let's keep an eye on that. Also,
oh goodness,
Mark and I both called the upset. Cardinals beat the Niners 24-20.
Yep.
Kyler Murray looks great. DeAndre Hopkins, my lord,
man,
28 catches. I mean.
Yep.
Niners got the Super Bowl hangover. We're not surprised there. Sunday Night Football. What do you freaking know? Nothing's new. The only consistency in 2020 is the Dallas Cowboys not living up to potential. We both picked the Cowboys to win, but yet here we are. They score 17 points and they lose to the Rams. I'm still confident in them win the division with Philly looking the way they did against Washington, but I think it'll be super tight.
They'll find a way to keep it tight.
Another disappointment with Dallas. Last 2 games, Steelers at the Giants. We split on this one. I tried to give the Giants faith. First half, man, it was a close game. Daniel Jones was looking good. But when Ben Roethlisberger has more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley, you're going to lose the game 100% of the time.
Yeah, it does not help.
I mean, every time he touched the ball, there's 2 Steelers in the backfield. I think the Steelers is going to finish with the top 3 defense in the league. If Big Ben can stay healthy.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I mean.
T.J. Watt.
Yeah, nasty.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be looking
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. And a lot of people hate on the Steelers, but, man, they're looking good.
They are. I still have faith on the Giants being a lot better this year. And lastly, once again, a split pick coming down to the last freaking second. Titans beat the Broncos 16-14. Gostowski missed like 3 or 4 kicks the entire game and then hits the game winner against the Broncos, which
of course
offensively was a little disappointment for me. I thought they could put up more than 14 points. Again, it could just be week 1 blues. I know you may call me biased. I still am not a believer in Tennessee quite yet. What do you think?
I'm not necessarily a believer either. I think, yeah, it's just there's no way they're gonna do what they did last year. Like that was just crazy. So I mean, I'd be surprised if they make playoffs still. I mean, I just don't see it.
All right, guys, real quick, before we jump to our Week 2 predictions, let's get back with Shay and his 3 Shay Shoo-Ins for the week. Shay, what you got?
What's going on, everybody? We have Shay's Shoo-Ins Week 2, baby. Come on. We didn't do so well Week 1. It wasn't looking like a shoe-in for your boy, but guess what? We're back and better than ever. Guarantee it. Book it. Stamp it. Throw the house on it. Let's not do that. But first off, we have Bengals plus 6.5 to the Browns. Give me the Bengals. I think they can definitely cover that spread. They might not win it, but you know what? I am high on Joe Burrow after Week 1. What a game-winning drive he had. Threw the touchdown to A.J. Green. A.J. Green extended the arms just a little bit too much. Got the pass interference. Great pass, though. Great composure by Burrow. Love Burrow, man. I am high on Burrow. Kicker came out, missed the kick. Looked like he really tweaked his leg, but then there was reports he was holding the wrong leg. I don't know. I feel bad for the Bengals. They should have won Week 1. And I mean, why are the Browns favored? I mean, I don't care who they have. If they have Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, it is the Browns. They are just a bad organization. I mean, they put up, 6 points Week 1? I get it. It's the Ravens, but 6 points? Come on, man. Give me the Bengals points. I'm very close to taking the Bengals straight up on this because they're pretty big underdogs on the, in the parlays and stuff. But give me Bengals on this one. Next up, I have the Packers at -6 to the Lions. Not big on the Lions, man. I'm just not. I have Packers winning by at least 7, right? Come on. Give me the Packers by 7. If you're not feeling that, you can tease it down a little bit, maybe 4-3, whatever you're feeling. But I like the Packers -6 in this one. I think they can get it done by 7, but for sure winning straight up. Give me Packers. Next, I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to pick against my team. I got to pick against the Eagles because how much better can an offensive line get in 1 week? You lost to a team that doesn't have a team name. You lost to a football team. Come on, man. Give me the Rams here. It's a very small space. It's basically a pick 'em game. It's like -1.5, -108. Give me the Rams. Just you can pick them straight up. Eagles O-line's just not good enough. And I mean, they gave up 27 to the football team. Give me the Rams, man. It's not even going to be close. This one I'm really confused on. Vikings are underdogs to the Colts. What did the Colts show us in Week 1 to be favored against the Vikings? I think the Vikings, yes, they lost in Week 1, but they had a good showing. I feel like the Vikings are kind of getting played here. I don't really get it. I think people are really high on Rivers, and I tell you what, I was high on the Colts. I get it. It's Week 1. This might be a hot take. Colts don't look good. They don't look good. I get it. They lost Mac, but I don't think that cost them the game, losing Mac. I don't know. Just give me Vikings +3. I think Vikings could even win this. If you're not too confident on the Vikings to beat them, take the spread. If you're not even comfortable with them on the spread, maybe tease it up a little bit to +5, +6. Give me the Vikings, man. I'm not big on the Colts right now. They didn't look good. I'm not big on the Eagles. They look bad as well. That's all I got for y'all. I hope this is a little bit more of a shoe-in. And until next time.
All right, Shay, once again, man, love this segment. Love having you on. We appreciate those. Those are great picks. And hopefully you do a little better this week than you did last week. No, I'm just playing.
Let's hope.
Let's move on to week 2 predictions, guys. We got a great slate of games. A lot of close ones, in my opinion. But let's start with Thursday night. This Thursday night, we got week one. Number 1 overall draft pick versus number 1 overall draft pick, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield. One player stock is rising. The other player stock may be on the decline. Browns are also looking to trade OBJ. Again.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Oh, no, they are. They're looking to trade OBJ. Is this new for you?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've read this yesterday.
I missed that.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So let's jump into it. I actually think this is really difficult to predict, so I want to see what you have. Who do you have? Bengals at Browns Thursday night football.
I got Joe Burrow. The Browns, I've never been hyped up for the Browns. I'm still not. Probably won't be for the next 20 years, so I'm going with the Bengals. Joe Burrow's going to get 3 touchdowns and just Browns might not even score a touchdown. It might be just all field goals.
Okay. This is tough. I really like the Bengals this year. I've been talking about how I think they're going to be a lot more improved. But I also said the Browns have finished second. And so I think the drug test is coming in the mail. But listen, man. The Bengals, they had their worst record last year, man. I'm not going to jump too much. I'm going to give the Browns one last chance. They did play the Ravens, for Pete's sake. So this is going to be more realistic test for them. Give me the Browns at home. This is the last chance I'm going to give them. I think that the running game for them, Chubb and Hunt, both could have big games here and unfortunately beat Joe Burrow. Moving on to Giants-Bears. I actually like this matchup a lot. For me, I think it's another close one to predict. They have the Bears 5.5 favorites. I've been vocal, not high on the Bears this year. Still not, just because of a last-second win. Give me the Giants, man. I'm getting a Giants tattoo. I'm on that train. I think Barkley definitely has a better game this time around. The Bears' defense isn't as good as Pittsburgh, so I think the Giants actually go in there and upset the Bears. Give me the Giants. What about you?
I'm going with the Bears in this one. I think their defense is still pretty good, and Daniel Jones is going to struggle a little bit. He's still not proven to me, man. I don't even know if he's that good yet. So I'm going to go with Trubisky with that awesome comeback he had. He might pull something like that again. If he could play like he did in that second half, the Bears will be trouble.
I'd easily take Jones over Trubisky if I'm a general manager. And when I watched Pittsburgh Giants game, Kirk Herbstreit did the call, and even he was saying like Daniel Jones is for real. It's kind of an eye test kind of thing. But we'll move on. Falcons at the Cowboys. Another just good. These are really just solid, even matchups here. Dallas is favored by 4, 0-1 at 0-1. Again, I don't even think home field advantage matters this year. I think this has shootout potential. 400 yards for both QBs. I mean, just a shootout here. Come on, Dallas. I'm taking Dallas in this one. Don't make me look crazy, man. I think Dallas' defense is better than Atlanta's, and that's going to be the deciding factor. So, big day from Dak, big day from Zeke. So, give me Dallas at home against the Falcons. What about you?
Is Van Der Esch out for the season?
He is out for a long time.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Falcons in this one. Their receiving core is
filthy.
Great. Maybe the best receiving core. I mean,
it's a top 5 duo, I think.
Yeah, I mean Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones and Gage, who was killing it against the Seahawks.
All 3 guys had over 100 yards receiving.
Yeah, insane. And so I agree with you. I think it's going to be a shootout, and I think Atlanta gets the edge in this one.
Okay. Moving on to Lions at the Packers. Give me Aaron Rodgers at home. He always beats Detroit. I don't think he'll need a Hail Mary this time. Give me Packers at home. What about you?
Packers.
Okay. Moving on to an AFC South battle. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Titans. Sadly, both teams are 1-0. Titans are favored by 9. I'm also going to go with Tennessee. I think they get off to a 2-0 start. Don't think Minshew's going to be that efficient again. And just give me Derrick Henry and the Titans in this one. What about you?
Yeah, I got the Titans too. We didn't really get to touch on this, but I do not know how the Jaguars beat the Colts. So I'm just.
Because I don't want to touch on it.
Yeah, we're just gonna say it was a fluke because it's pretty crazy that happened. No offense, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Titans in this one. I think the Jaguars max 4 wins this season, and they got really lucky week 1.
They did, and I kind of touched on it. I didn't really give you the mic. I really believe
fine.
it's just week 1 blues. I promise.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's just week 1 blues. All right, so I'm interested to see where you go with this one. Minnesota Vikings at the Colts. Both teams, I think, are playoff teams, but both teams are 0-1. And I think I heard something crazy like teams that start 0-2, only 7% make the playoffs. So
wow.
Between the Vikings and Colts, great rosters, one of these teams are going to have a tough time. So I said it was week 1 blues. Vikings defense looked terrible against the Packers. Our offense looked amazing. So I'm going to take the Colts to bounce back at home. I think Phillip Rivers can be efficient. He'll get rid of those turnovers. We do take a slight hit in the running game, but I think Taylor and Hines can pick up the load. And I think our defense will settle down at home. And you really just got to stop Dalvin Cook and Adam Thielen, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So give me the Colts to bounce back in this one. What about you?
Yeah, I got the Colts as well. Yeah, let's just call it week 1 blues. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but yeah, I think they pick it up. A team has so much potential. The Minnesota Vikings are not. I just don't see them being as good as they were last year. And I'm still not sold on Kirk Cousins. And if he's not playing that well, that team is in trouble. So give me the Colts in this one.
Yeah, he really has to. He has to play well for them to succeed.
He has to play extraordinary for
and
him.
He's too inconsistent.
Yeah.
Bills at Dolphins. Give me the Bills. That's easy.
The Bills and Dolphins. Yeah, I got the Bills too. Josh Allen is he's starting to become a star.
He is. I think he's going to have a huge season. We've always said that. 49ers at the Jets. San Francisco gets back on track and beats the Jets. Jets start 0-2. Niners get their first win of the season. What you got?
What do you think? Niners by 2 or 3 touchdowns?
I'll just go 2. I won't go nothing crazy.
I'm gonna go 3. They're gonna whoop them.
Blowout.
They're mad. They're mad after week 1.
All right, here's a close game. The Los Angeles Rams at the Philadelphia Eagles. This is one I'm pretty torn on, so I'm gonna.
That's a toss-up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna let you go first.
That is a really tough one.
Philly's only favored by 1 point.
I got the Eagles in this one. I think Carson Wentz is going to step his game up a little bit more, and hopefully get the running game on track. It's going to be a close game, though, man. It's gonna. Less than 3 points, I could easily see the Eagles winning by. What about yourself?
So I want Philly to win. I do like Philly, and since it's a toss-up, I'm going to go the opposite way. Which is crazy because, I had the Rams finishing last in the division just because it's a tough division, not because they're necessarily bad. But if the Rams win, they're 2-0. And Philly, again, if Miles Sanders is still banged up, I don't like Philly's D. Washington just put up 27.
I know.
And the Rams offense looks good. And I saw this play where Aaron Donald literally just tossed 2 Cowboys linemen to the side and then hits Prescott. And I'm like, oh, dear Lord, Carson Wentz.
He's the Hulk.
Y'all better just bench Wentz this week.
I know, save his life.
So give me the Rams in a close one, like you said, probably a field goal type game, last second drive. Broncos at the Steelers. I like this matchup a lot.
Jacob.
But man, this Steelers defense is tough. So I'm not going to be crazy. I do like the Broncos offense to bounce back and look good. I like the addition of Melvin Ingram. But without Von Miller pressuring Big Ben. Also, though, note this. James Conner's injured. Don't know the length on that. but to me, Connor's a big piece for the Steelers. I think with Connor, it's a confident Steelers pick. Without Connor, it's a hesitant Steelers win. Who you got?
I got the Steelers. I think Snell's still a pretty good running back for the Steelers. He picked it up. I was pretty close to picking up my fantasy team, but I got the Steelers in this one. Broncos they're going to be like an 8-8 team, I think, this year. The Steelers have potential to go like 12-4. I mean, that defense, and I love TJ Watt, man. That guy, he's just all over the place. I love players like that. So give me the Steelers.
Okay. Panthers at Bucks. Not wasting time. Love Christian McCaffrey, but I'm taking Tampa Bay to bounce back at home against the Panthers. Tom Brady gets his first win. Give me the Bucks.
Yeah, give me the Bucks as well.
The Washington football team at Arizona Cardinals, which is a big pick for me this year, the Cardinals. I'm going to continue to ride it. Give me the Arizona Cardinals to win big at home against the football team.
You know what, though? I got the Cardinals, but it's going to be a close game. I thought
you were about to say Washington.
No. I have this feeling that the Redskins are going to have this miraculous season where they make the playoffs somehow. And it's just like this miracle season, like no one expected it. Ron Rivera has cancer. I mean, it's just the whole team seems like they're falling apart, but somehow they keep pulling through, man.
If they do, man, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying they are, but I'm not going to discredit anyone that says it.
Chiefs at the Chargers. I'm taking the Chiefs. Probably every pick this year. I'm just going to say Chiefs and just stop
hard not to. Yeah. If we should do a thing. If any one of us predicts the loss of a Chiefs game, we should get $100.
That would be nice. I think it's going to be like a trap game loss. Like every time they play a good team, I think it's the Chiefs. They'll have one or two trap game hiccups this year, and those are just hard to predict. But it ain't coming in week 2.
Do you think they have potential to go 16-0?
I don't know. I don't think the defense is that good, so I'm going to say no.
I think they have potential. I'm not saying they are, but man, their running back, Hilaire is, man, I'm sorry, we haven't really touched on this, but man, that was a great pickup. When they drafted him, I was like, they could have drafted anybody. I mean, they're the Super Bowl champs. It's kind of like, but when they picked him up, I was like, wow, that's exactly what they needed. And if this works out, it takes the team to the next level. And man, it's working out.
Yeah, that's all they needed was a running back, and now they got it. I think 14-2 is more so their ceiling.
Yeah, that's a good prediction.
We got Baltimore Ravens at the Texans. I'm really pulling for the Ravens because obviously AFC South. So give me the Ravens to win. 2-0 Ravens, 0-2 Texans. Baltimore's defense is too nasty. Deshaun Watson still has no line.
Yep.
He ain't got nobody to throw the ball to. I do like David Johnson though, so give me the Ravens.
I got the Ravens in this one too. It's gonna be a tough year for the Texans, and if I was a Deshaun, I would not have signed that extension. But I'm not the guy. But yeah, give me the Ravens. Exactly.
All right, here we go. Here's what I want to see here. Sunday Night Football. The New England Patriots travel to Seattle and play the Seahawks. Who you got, Mark? I'll give you the floor, man.
I'm going to go Seattle. I think another big game from Russell Wilson. It's going to be interesting, though, because you got the secondary of New England, which was basically lights out against the Dolphins. And we'll see how good Russell Wilson's season is going to go. This is going to be a good gauge to how well he can be this year, playing probably the best secondary in football. I think we're just going to score more. I just don't think the Patriots' offense is up for it. But the thing is, our defensive line is terrible. So if they just keep running the ball, that's trouble. I mean, we're going to be in for a long night. It's going to be a close game, but I got Seahawks pulling it out.
Not really a big fan of either team, but I am going to take the Seahawks because I don't think the Patriots. I just don't think they can score as much as the Seahawks will.
Yeah.
All right, and the last game of the week, Monday Night Football. I actually think this. I think this game could be more interesting than people are thinking here. It's the New Orleans Saints at the Las Vegas Raiders. Both teams are 1-0. New Orleans honestly didn't look that good offensively. You got to think they scored off of a pick six, so there's points there. The other interception got them good field position. Alvin Kamara was the best player on the Saints. Thomas is injured. So now Emmanuel Sanders, who's a little older, has some injury history, is their number one receiver. And the Raiders, man, they're young. And I think they can put up a lot of points. I can see it, man. I can see it. I really can see the upset.
You're making an argument. That's
the
for sure.
Saints are favored. I think by 6.
Ooh.
I just think if there was fans involved and there was a real advantage, I may take the Raiders. And I'm taking the Raiders. I'm taking them, man. I'm taking the Las Vegas Raiders. Breeze,
like
man.
it.
Breeze really is. He's a different guy on the road. He's unstoppable at home, but he's a different guy on the road, man. And I like what the Raiders showed me, putting up 34 points on the road themselves. And again, I kind of like to split with you as much as we can. And I will be the brave one. This is stamped upset of the week. Raiders beat the Saints. Who you got?
I really want to pick the Raiders too because I think they're gonna. I know I predicted them not to be that good this year, but they looked a lot different than I thought they would after that week 1. But I got the Saints in this one. Their defense is better. I think that's going to be the deciding factor. But this is going to be a close game. I mean, this could come down to a field goal as well. Man, and I don't know how long you can ride Josh Jacobs like that. I mean, I love the guy because I love workhorse running backs. But man, that's tough on him. I mean, I think he had 30 carries. I think
he had a lot, and he only had 93 yards rushing, but he had 3 touchdowns. But he also had, I think, like 4 catches for 40+ yards. So he kind of did it all. Yeah,
he's something. I mean, it's tough, but I just think that the Saints just do a little bit more, and the defense makes a stop right at the end, and they get the win.
I like that. And again, it's like I don't know people thinking like, oh, like he's so stupid. Like, why is the Raiders beating the Saints?
No,
picking games isn't necessarily like what I like intellectually think is going to happen. There's some gut feelings with game picks sometimes. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I can see the Raiders are upsetting. So you got to be bold.
At least you have a reasoning. Yeah. I mean, you can say you can pick the best team all day, but if you have a reason to pick the team that doesn't look like they're going to win, I mean, at least you're educated enough to realize, okay, here's how they could win, and this is what I think will happen. That's fair.
All right, guys. So that's our week 2 predictions this week. I love picking games. I love seeing matchups. And I love just following every team, every player in the league, and not just watching one. So Mark's bold prediction last week, Tom Brady played terrible. He was close. Let me give you guys. You were close. I'm gonna give your prediction here. Let me scroll through here and take a look. I'm gonna stay away from the Colts. All right, here we go. Bold prediction. Kind of a betting bold prediction. This one. I think I'm gonna set an over and under for the Cowboys Falcons game.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
80 points. I'm going over.
Whoa! 80 points?
I'm seeing like a 40, 42, 47 type thing.
I mean, I could see it too. Man, that's.
I mean, it's bold. That's a bold prediction.
That's pretty bold. Man.
Are you under?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go under on that one, but I appreciate you going over, man, because if that happens, man, you're gonna look like a genius.
That's an on-the-spot prediction. I mean, I ain't got no notes. I ain't got it planned out. That's just my bold prediction, man. You're going under.
Hey, you can't fault you. I'm gonna go under. That's not really a bold prediction, though.
Who, me?
No, mine.
Well,
Mine's the safe bet.
We'll swap every week. Guys, thanks again for joining us on this episode. Again, please like our channel, share it, and follow it. We'll bring you content every week, guys. Thanks again. This is Untitled Takes.